I work with her morning, noon, and night, so I know her system, but still, there should be a transfer. However, this is where you have to start creative. So because her femur and the way her legs present to her feet, meaning that they don't come around per se like this, see, you can see that the torque is different, therefore the transfer is going to be different. So I'm not saying the transfer is not going to happen, but that's where you have to get creative with either your handwork or with how you present. So this is where I want to bring my arm in and work on. So here, see how it's a transfer. I'm not doing this. Not if that's a compression, push or whatever. I'm looking to show her movement, but I'm using my arms on her legs. So I'm extending that movement out. So see how she's transferring to the top of her foot, to the back of her foot. If I just left her leg here, see how she's not getting that foot transfer or that weight transfer through the ankle as well.
It is a big ball.
And this is the stuff, the little things that's very hard to pick up on what I do. So now here, see I can tuck that foot and that knee now is coming to the floor and transferring. I come here, I'm bringing the leg underneath long, and where she's coming to the floor. But again, if I just say it had this, see how it's right there, it's more of a lift. And I don't want her system to learn that. So when I'm coming in here again, so see here, now her system's learning a weight transfer. I'm not saying a child of this age is never going to lift and only do lifting versus weight transfer, but I want her brain to know the difference. So that's why she's not cognitively impaired in any way that I see, because she experiences so many, quote, typical movements. If we were left on her own devices, she'd be working so hard just to work around the legs that the cognitive would be different, at how she's responding, because she's so busy in self. So now, again, I'm not showing her a lift, I'm showing her transfer. But as she transfers, she's transferring down to the foot, and then over to the top of the foot. I can lift the spine above her head, bring out the leg.
You see the rain outside?
And you can see how even her upper body synchronizes so much more to that versus if I just did, Now this is a valid movement. My hands are still here, but I'm just saying, just left her to her home devices. You're not seeing the beauty of the whole movement. And I believe the more that you can offer their system that's when their system goes, it feels much better, I'm going to go that way. And we do the same thing all the time, especially when we eat. We, as human beings, it's the one thing people don't understand. We cannot, if I said, if I found a balanced meal for you and said the rest of your life this is all you're eating every day, morning, noon, and night, your mind gets very, very rebellious, very, very fast.
That weird tan sludge they found that you could do that with, but it's like nobody's going to do it.
Not even the weird canned sludge, but I'm just saying, even if I said, you're going to have filet mignon, a nice spinach, vinaigrette with bacon, and it was a balanced diet, all made by the best chefs in the world, the fact that if I told your brain morning, noon, and night, you'd be over it. That's a movement, and it's the same thing with our bodies. That's why you can't just get up every day and just go to work and then come home every day. Your brain is not going to do well with that situation. So especially with the little munchkins, the toddlers, I don't care, typical, non-typical, special needs, that you need to offer them that variety of going to the playground, going to the ice rink, even just going to dinner with you guys. And that same thought process has to be looked at just through touch. So there. So now that I have her, see how I can work just like I did with Anna. You'll see how this,
Never complains.
no. Well, I've never put her in harm's way, so she
I know.
also has, no, but I'm just saying, she, what are you at, a Brazilian soccer match?
Trying to get the mail slot open.
Oh. It sounds like, you know, when they put the sticks in the tin can. It's so cute together. But I love infants when they're at that stage, or toddlers. I'll show you my world if you show me yours, kind of thing. And both of them think that they're like amazing. You can meet a person on a bus and you're like, okay, don't even give them eye contact. But two kids, you know, in a park, and it's like, where have you been all my life?
Every
Well,
time.
see, I can do this movement, and this is what I've been doing with her for months.
Not for you. I feel like kids will console each other too. When one of them is crying, it's like every other kid is like, there's other people crying.
But now after just that doing this little bit, that's where I go, now ready, her leg is presenting differently. Before her foot was up here and she's there. So if I take, see now ready how much more she's doing the movement without my support. Then before the foot was just, and she wanted to go into a kick. And that was just a couple of minutes, so. But now see, look at how that
He
large
likes to look at
movements
the
I could
picture
do.
of him on it.
Or I can just sit here literally like I did on your back and do this small. But unfortunately, the detailed work way she's showing me is much harder on the munchkins. The munchkins are like, ooh, they like that like large fluid movements, unless you're sleeping. But same thing, now I can come back in here. And again, look at now the difference in how she can transfer from the bum, because her knees are already starting to present.
Did you ask Mommy if you can have her phone? I don't think you did.
So I come back.
I don't.
Harley, can you say awesome?
Say awesome.
Awesome.
That's what I was going to say. Awesome.
Look at that hand.
That is a hand.
Is it?
Be very gentle with that hand.
Yeah, he's going back to the shop. It's okay.
He's going back.
He lost his head. Although I needed them last night.
For what?
I had a client. I went to go work underneath her neck, and I'm like, your scapulas are really close to your spine. She's very thin and athletic. And instead of her scapulas actually coming down, they come perpendicular. And so I could barely get a finger. So when she comes back, she's hitting her profiles. And she goes, I don't know when I work out a certain way. I can't do like the CrossFit and stuff because it really, I said, yeah, you're probably just hitting your spine. I said, just readjust your neck. So instead of coming back here through the shoulders, drop the, you know, where it's coming, where the squeeze is more through the bra line in a sense than through the C7.
Yeah.
But, so I rolled, that's why Frank's on his belly, because I showed him what his scapulas look like and compared to hers.
She's running around.
So even when she's asleep now, I literally can go
Papa.
here.